What is wrong with your brain when you are Jon Jones and you're of that elite level?
We're warriors. We're
so boring.
It's coming out of us. Brian, can you pull up the video of Jon Jones going live at the weekend? He was a little drunk, a little tipsy, it seems. And that's the problem with having social media and alcohol. You know, I've done it. I've done
they don't
tweets.
mix.
Let's have a listen in.
You get pissed off, disappointed. Another dad, you just want to kill.
So as a dad, you get pissed off, you get disappointed, and you just want to kill someone. You could take that a million different ways. I've wanted to kill my kids sometimes because you do get pissed off. You do get disappointed. It's like, get your shit together. All this training, you can't even win the tournament. That was my dad when I was a kid. What do you think was going on there, Paul? All jokes aside.
Oh, my God. I don't know, but it sounds like a lot of liquor was involved in whatever was going on there. And it's just rough to see, man. It's like I texted you guys as soon as I saw the video, go, there he is. Oh, there he is.
It's far from the most embarrassing thing that Jon Jones has done.
Oh, yeah.
On a cell phone camera, though.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, Brian. What's the most embarrassing? I'm not sure what you're. I honestly.
Well, one of the things is being in the crowd of a comedy club, and
yeah,
right? Yeah. Didn't he tell like the comic he was gonna like suck his dick or something? Like it was like really weird.
It was nuts.
Look,
like
listen.
when John's on, he's on. When he's off, he doesn't do anything easy. He's all in. If he's getting up, he's getting real up.
And God bless him. Good for him. I am the last person to sit here and judge someone for getting drunk or saying something dumb or something stupid or saying something that's been taken out of context. I'm the last person to do it. The problem is that when you're the greatest fighter, maybe of all time, in the sport that we've ever seen, you know, and we're all waiting for this big matchup with Tom Aspinall, and then you go on live and you're drunk. There's just a microscope on you. You know, we're all, listen, I had a couple Saturday night. I was happy to be home. Had a couple of vodkas, you know, got a nice little buzz on, didn't go to Instagram, didn't threaten to kill someone.
Exactly. You didn't live stream. It's like we all have our own vices and our own shit in our lives. The problem is what is wrong with your brain when you are Jon Jones and you're of that elite level? You go, you know what's a good idea right now? I need the world to know how wasted I am right now and go on and live stream about it. That's what drives me nuts about him. He's so public with all of his shit.
According to this Twitter thread, apparently Jon Jones is a really bad person, quote marks. That's what's wrong with him.
Well, it's like Joe Rogan said recently, Jon Jones is a bad guy trying to be a good guy. And he was talking about how back in the day, he would have been the type of person walking around with a big, massive battle axe and stuff like that. And he's got a point. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not that long ago, right? Yeah, a few hundred years. We're all civilized now, you know, but go back a few generations, he would have been the guy. He would have been a warrior. He would have been on the battlefield chopping people's heads off and stuff like that. So would you, and so would I. But now we've got to conform to today's societies. We've got to be nice. We've got to be polite. We can't go on Instagram Live and threaten to kill people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the we're warriors. We're
so boring.
It's coming out of us. Listen, the guy.
You're making me want to go have a vodka, Michael.
Let's go. It's time. What do you think? I mean, a lot of people, obviously, they see this, and I saw responses on Twitter. And by the way, McGregor's classic at this as well. You know, I mean, some of the tweet and deletes are fantastic.
He just
a lot of people.
Yeah, that was real deletable.
Yeah. When?
Oh, the one going at Habib again and the family and dropping some very
No, I know
words.
I know. So a lot of people now are starting to panic about Jon Jones fighting Tom Aspinall.
I don't blame him.
And then Jon shares on social media because Pereira said he wants to fight Jones, and Jones shared it. Now, tinfoil hat time. Do you think he's trying to generate hype for Pereira, not Aspinall?
Yeah, for the longest time, and even as of just recently, I thought, oh man, Jon's really playing this so well. He's downplaying Tom so much that it's just going to create more buzz. Now I'm starting to really think that I don't think he wants that. I do think there's a part of him that is really worried about the chance that he could be. I'm not saying it's going to happen. People are going to come at me for this, but if there's a guy that's going to be able to knock you out, it's Tom over Pereira. And I only say that because Jon I think he can take Alex Pereira down. I think he can do that. And he's a big guy. But Tom, I think that's a lot harder to do. And he's a fast, big ass heavyweight. And I think he's thinking, if I'm at the end of my career, I want a super fight that I know I can win. And I think that's what he's trying to do. I don't think he wants to fight Tom. And I don't think money's even going to be an issue. I'm starting to think that based on this behavior and shit like that, I don't know, man.
Well, I always say,
if I was Tom, I'd be getting like.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're getting Tom on next week. I've asked him and he said, yeah, well, when do you want to do it? I said next week. And, he's champion of the world. He hasn't responded to me yet. But come on, Big Tom. Stop big timing me. Respond to your mate. No, he will do. The thing is, though, Jones is that guy, right? Yeah, what is he now? 37, 36, something like that.
Yeah, late 30s.
He's getting up there, shall we say, but he's a heavyweight, so it doesn't really matter. He's always been that guy. Apparently, when he was training for Gustafsson, he partied his ass off, right? He's always been on these benders. He even said when he fought DC, yeah, I already beat you when I was doing coke. And then I think Jones kind of came out recently and said, listen, you ask any serious user, right? They can't go and do training camps and fight. Jones just likes to party. Right. And that's all it is. So, and we've all been there. I'm the last person to criticize somebody for getting a little bit loose and doing something stupid. So I don't think there's any concern because he's done this many times, and that's part of his appeal, part of what makes him interesting, part of what makes this whole story and this narrative. And there's been controversies over the years. I'm not saying I agree with anything, but Jesus Christ, there's something to talk about. There's something to look at. There's something to see. You're curious. Can he come back? Can he still do it? Is he the best? Will he beat Stipe? Can he move up a division? Whilst given all this other crazy shit that he's done. And he's done it every single time. And if you ask me, it makes it even more impressive.
Well, that's the crazy part is the fact that he's done everything he's done with. We see it right in front of us. The DUIs, posting live while he's absolutely hammered, cocaine, all the stuff, admitting that he was partying through all these training camps. And yet nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. And then you start to wonder too, right, Michael? Like, if he did say, I'm sober, I'm not doing any of this stuff, and actually was the person that he's trying to be, would he be as good? Or does the edge and the craziness about him make him who he is?
I say no. Yeah. 100%. Like one of the most disciplined, dedicated, and I kind of hate him a little bit for this, George St. Pierre. You see him, and I love the guy. I love George, and he's got a great sense of humor. Every time I see him, we just start laughing. But every time you see him on social media, he's in an ice bath. He's doing stretches. He's doing somersaults. He's doing amazing training, gymnastics. The guy's fit as hell. He looks great for his age. Son of a bitch. I'm here in pain. George could come back and still become a champion right now. I think if Jones was to live that lifestyle, he wouldn't be the same. He would lose that edge. He does need that little bit of crazy. Look at Mike Tyson. For crying out loud. Apparently Mike Tyson, all right, when he lost to Buster Douglas, apparently he was in a room with hookers and cocaine all week, having a whale of a time, underestimated him and got knocked out. But look at the career that he had. Look at the performances that he had. And he was as wild as you can get.
Yeah, I agree. I think that something about that is what makes him tick. And is it healthy? No. Is it? No. And it's not sustainable, but he's near the end and he's almost made it. If he just one more, make it Tom, bro. Make it Tom. I don't care if you've got to do cocaine every single night. Don't get caught and show up to the fight so we can see it happen. And if you win, you can walk away and you can party your ass off for the rest of your life. But
I think he can do cocaine anyway. because it's in and out your system in 48 hours. By the way, I am not for 1 second that Jones does cocaine and competes, okay? Because you will be tested and you will test positive, and it will be a problem because there's in competition and out of competition. And out of competition, as long as it's not performance enhancing, you can, abuse your body in any way, shape, or form. I believe.
You can drink, you can do recreational stuff. You just can't be taking steroids, basically, and anything that's on the banned list. And smoking weed and doing all that other shit is not on that. As long as you show up on fight day and the day before and right afterwards, as long as you're clean, you can be a maniac.
Isn't it crazy that Nick Diaz got suspended for life for smoking weed back in the day? Was it for life? And I know they changed it to 5 years.
Four something years. Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
I think initially it was life, and then they changed it to 5 years.
Which is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Like, but the crazy thing about those guys too is the amount of THC that he had in his system to get popped the way he did. He had to have been smoking like that day. Like he was smoking probably before he went to the arena. That's what was crazy about it. So it's like, it wasn't like he was smoking 2 days before it. He was smoking right then and there, probably. He probably went out back. Oh, I got to go take a piss. Smoked a blunt and came back in. Obviously,
I'm certainly not a big pot smoker. Have I? Yes. Do I? No, I can't remember the last time I did. But, I'm not a square. If I've had a few drinks and I'll say, go on, then give me a go. And then I'll start talking shit. I'll get super paranoid and then I'll fall asleep. So it's not really for me. But a lot of people that I speak to in the jiu-jitsu world, like, oh man,
oh my God,
I love to get stoned and then go to the gym. My mind gets so creative. And I think, what is wrong with you?
I don't get stoned and roll jiu-jitsu, but I can understand it for the jiu-jitsu part, but fighting, I could never understand. Like when people are trying to throw head kicks and punch me in the face, I want my focus to be pretty dialed in and not be stoned. I'd rather be sitting on the couch eating potato chips and watching a movie than in the gym getting punched in the face. That's for goddamn sure. But I do think if you're going to have a vice, it's the better one to have than, as opposed to drinking a bottle of whiskey a day. That's for sure. But I don't know if I'd want to compete on it.
Oh, no. And I wasn't getting into the whole thing. It just occurred to me. Some people get stoned.
Oh, and when I used to train at Philly Jiu-Jitsu in the city, and it was like a real small, just kind of motley crew of guys. It wasn't a real big established gym, and it absolutely reeked of weed. The guy that ran the place would smoke. He had an apartment in the back, and he would smoke before he came out and taught class. And all the guys that I was boys with would be in their cars right outside of the gym, just blazing up before they came in. And then obviously all their clothes would just be stinking of weed coming in on the mat. So that was my early introduction to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I thought they went hand in hand from an early age.
Well, they don't. Okay. Live a clean lifestyle, guys. Wow. All right. This episode is sponsored by Shopify, and Shopify are here to make it extremely easy for you. If you're thinking about starting a business, if you're an entrepreneur, you want to take things to the next level, you want to get online, you want to have an e-commerce site, you want to sell to the worldwide audience, get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable templates, no coding or design skills required. All you need to do is drag and drop. Their powerful social media tools let you connect all your channels and create shoppable posts and help you sell everywhere where people scroll. Shopify makes it easy to manage your growing business. They help with the details like shipping, taxes, and payments from one single dashboard, allowing you to focus on the important stuff, growing your business. Sign up right now to Shopify for $1 per month, a trial period at shopify.com/believe. All lowercase. Shopify.com/believe to start selling today with Shopify. Shopify.com/believe.